Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit, first one of 2023. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and with me, as always,
it's Gator.
So far this year, as always.
Yeah. So far,
you're batting 1,000.
That's right.
I would say, 1 for 1. So, anyway, today we are coming at you from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios inside Top Shooters. And it's a bit of a busy place, so
you're
going to have to excuse the background
noise.
We're
recording on Monday. Everybody's off today.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. They're actually shutting down early for their Christmas party.
Yeah, I need to get my cigar out of the cellophane.
You're a little premature on that already.
Well, I wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way.
Okay.
So it didn't annoy people.
That's good, you know. Is that your resolution, is trying not to annoy people?
Yes.
As much? I mean, because, you know, you're already managing me today, so.
You have been triggered. We had a fine lunch here at Top Shooters.
We did. Yep. You and the fam.
Yes.
Okay, Jeff, seriously.
Got it.
Thank you. So today we're going to be smoking the Villiger Exclusivo
Villiger
USA 2022. It is a Nicaraguan Puro that uses a Habano Rosado wrapper over a binder from Jalapa and fillers from Condega, Esteli, and Jalapa.
Oh my God, you can really taste the Esteli.
It's made in the La Zona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, and it is a 6x52 Toro.
I'm not going to lie. When I was getting this out of the cellophane, like the aroma just hit me.
Well,
this is a good smelling cigar.
So if you recall, in I believe our last episode, we went over the Cigar Journal Top 25 of 2022.
We did.
And the USA Exclusivo 2021 was listed on that list.
Yes.
This is the 22. I thought I had the 21. I have the 22.
That's okay.
So you don't get the exact one that's on the list, but you get
this. I mean, have you smelled the cigar yet?
I literally
smelled the cigar.
We took a picture. You dicked with cellophane. I mean, I haven't. Ooh, it does smell good.
Right?
Very farm.
Very aromatic.
It's very farmy. I get that farm smell.
Like a nice meadow.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway.
Barnyard's not good. I don't know what your obsession with saying barnyard is.
It can be. It doesn't have to be poop. It doesn't.
No, but that's what it...
I don't smell shit. I smell barnyard.
Meadow. That's why I say meadow.
It's a different kind of...
Meadow doesn't...
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's time when we go ahead and cut the cigar. The official cutting is brought to you by Dan the Man Ponder.
The continued triggering of Nick is brought to you by
Dan the Man Ponder over there at Riverman Cigar Company of Crestwood, Missouri. Guys, it's that slow time of year for a lot of brick and mortars, and so they need your help and assistance.
Support them.
So make sure that you consider giving Dan the Man Ponder and, brick and mortars around you. If you don't have a brick and mortar, Dan would love to be your brick and mortar, but
Amen.
But he's a big supporter of brick and mortars, and so it's one of those things where if you would just consider taking even a portion of your online dollars, because let's be real, we know that some people buy online. It is what it is. But here's the thing: those guys, they're doing fine. They're not going to miss a couple of orders from you. But the brick and mortars,
it'll mean the world to them.
It'll mean the world to them. So, guys, consider throwing some money at the brick and mortars. Consider calling Dan the Man Ponder. He's got a lot of great cigars. A lot of great cigars have already come in. A lot of great cigars are still coming in. And you can call him up. You get that personal touch over the phone. It's not like a website where you're going on and clicking what you want and everything. You're actually talking with Cindy or Dan or somebody over the phone. And you're getting that one-to-one kind of shop, interaction. And you can place your order. You get individual sticks, boxes, accessories, all kinds of fun stuff at Riverman Cigar Company.
Amen.
So give them a call, place an order, and support a brick and mortar.
If you've ever gone to a lounge and sat and enjoyed a cigar, then holy God, help out the brick and mortars so they're here for us when you want to go do that.
Exactly. Because let's be real, the
government's
doing all they can to take that right away from you.
Oh yeah, they're just out to fuck them.
So make sure that you actually support them while you can.
Amen.
So it's Dan the Man Ponder, Riverman Cigar Company, and with that, it's time to go ahead and cut the cigar. Slightly ahead of me, but very close.
I was close.
Very close.
I brought my Calibri today. I wanted to be prepared in the beginning of the
You
new
know,
year.
that's good. You're starting off relatively good. I'm giving it a straight cut there. I've been doing a lot more straight cuts with the SV cutter here lately.
I like the V.
I know.
Big fan of the V.
So it's time for the cold draw on the Villiger Exclusivo USA 2022.
I'm going to cleanse the palate here. I had a giant chef salad. Okay, now it's time.
I know what I'm getting. I'm waiting to hear you. But I'm saying bitter raisin and hay.
The hell's a bitter raisin?
It's got slight raisin, but there's a bitterness to the raisin. Not a bad bitterness, but like a tartness. Tart. It's a
tart.
It's a tart.
Yes.
Tart raisin and hay. I'm going with that.
I would actually say dried cherry and hay, but it's very close.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I guess that it's that whole dried fruit, tart dried fruit.
It's got
and hay.
Okay, hold on. I'm zeroing in on this.
That's how I'm going with. I'm going with that.
Okay. It starts out like a cognac. Okay,
whatever.
That's where you're getting that fruity kind of flavor.
Okay.
It's starting out as a cognac, and then it's immediately turning into alfalfa hay.
Okay.
Yep. You were close, man. That was good for you.
Well, I'm firing it up.
I mean, I'm not used to you being that, good.
What the hell?
You didn't even do the cold retro. Come on.
I mean, I'm anxious to fire up.
Why did we patent this if you're not going to do it?
We didn't. You did.
Oh, distinct alfalfa hay, maybe even clover hay on the cold retro. Wow. That's awesome. This is one of the best smelling cigars that have been around in a long time.
Well, good. Kicking
Anyway.
off 2023 right.
With a bang. You know what we're smoking? The Villiger.
It is the Villiger. Yeah. And
we need to get them on the show here soon.
I agree.
Why don't we do that in the next week or so?
Yeah, we'll make that. I don't know about the next week or so, but we'll make that happen.
I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of the Villiger.
I am too. So, okay, guys, we got a lot on the plate today.
We do, and I haven't prepared at all.
And so I'm going to give Jeff a little time to prepare because, heaven forbid he prepare before the show. So I'm going to start.
I have had a lot going on.
I'm going to start off with kind of a funny life story. And whatnot. But I swear to God, we have cigar stuff coming up. We have quite a bit of cigar stuff coming up. But I'm going to start off with just a funny little anecdote.
Okay.
So we are recording on Monday, January the 2nd. And I have a storage unit, a personal storage unit. Where
you said you had something going with your storage unit.
I have a personal storage unit where I have a number of items, just squirreled away in storage. I don't have room for it in my place. It's in storage. I'm on an auto pay system. And on the 2nd of every month, I'm billed. And it comes off my debit card.
Okay.
Well, my debit card expired on December of 2022.
No.
December 2022.
Oh, and those guys play hardball.
So, of course, this morning I wake up and I'm getting the alert that it couldn't process my payment. And I realize, shit, it expired. I just got to update the date, right?
Yeah.
Well, I go to the handy-dandy little app. And because my storage unit place has an app. It's a nationwide company.
There's an app for that.
There's an app. But it's telling me that it's unable to log me in. And I'm like, well, that's weird. Doesn't verify the thing. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I forgot my password. So I reset my password. Unable to log me in. So at this point, I call the customer service line. And I call the customer service line. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, we don't see you in the thing. And I'm like, I've used the app. I have an auto pay system set up. And he's like, oh, well, has it been a while since you logged into the app? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh, well, our system, it purges people after so many months of inactivity.
What the hell?
And I literally asked the kid, I was like, why in the world would I log into my storage unit app?
Yeah.
If I'm set up on auto pay? It's like this app is designed literally for billing. And if I'm on auto pay and everything's going right, I don't need to log into your app. So why are you making me log into the app?
Yeah.
And why are you purging me for inactivity in the app? You know what I mean? Does this seem stupid to anybody else but me?
Yes.
The ignorance of this really hit me hard this morning. And I got very frustrated that I had to log into my storage unit app.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, what services and features could my storage unit app offer me that would make me log into it more frequently?
Exactly.
Maybe a live video feed of my stuff
Okay.
just sitting there. I don't know.
I'll give you that.
I don't know why I would need that, but it's something they could offer. Maybe
You could watch the meth head stealing your shit.
right? Maybe just like a live video feed where I could watch other people loading stuff into their storage units to determine what storage units I want to break into.
Exactly.
That could be funny.
That's pretty dead on, actually.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, they're putting a couch in that. I could use a new couch.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of reasonable things that would make a storage unit app something that
I'm not
going
gonna
to use. And
It's pretty stupid.
And I can't. And so then it's like, well, okay, if you were making me log in on the second of every month to make my bill payment, at least then I would say I'd be using the app every month.
Yeah.
But you're not even doing that. You want my money to be a passive background kind of thing. It's an auto pay deal. So why are you purging me after so many months of inactivity?
It's idiotic.
So now
I
I had
admit
to,
that.
and the worst part is I still am not logged in. I ended up having to call back, getting a different girl on the customer service line. She got my payment processed, and then she's like, if you want to update and set up the automatic bill pay with the new debit card information, you'll have to talk to the individual store. So the store is in Belleville. So she's like, I'll have the store call you. I'm like, okay, cool. So as I'm on my way here to Top Shooters, the store calls me. I pick up and I'm like, hi, I need to update my, expiration date and the little code on the back of my card so you guys can start the automatic billing again. And she's like, oh, well, you're going to have to come into the store to do that. And I'm like,
why?
And I'm like, what? I'm like, we're on the phone. And she's like, yeah, I can't do that over the phone. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, then it'll happen when it happens. So at some point this month, I need to go in and do that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, so I am digging this Villiger right off the bat.
Well, it's a good cigar.
Kicking off some good smoke here in the very
I'm
beginning.
doing my show prep during the show.
Yeah, I know, and you're being very quiet while you're doing it too, which is also really annoying. It's like I'm basically doing a fucking show by myself.
Well, you and the guy sitting at the table there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is just great. You're rocking it here in 2023, Jeff. So I guess while I'm doing this by myself, I might as well talk about my recent trip to Indianapolis. I went out there for a while.
You want to get to see your dad?
I did. I went out and saw my dad, and I ended up spending New Year's Eve at the Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge in Ingalls, Indiana. And I had a great time. Hung out there with Broccoli Rob and Lisa and Isaiah, although Isaiah was a bitch and left early. I just want to point that out for the record. I don't even think it was 11 o'clok at night when Isaiah left.
Did he need to get a sermon ready for the next day?
Yeah, he said he had to work the next day, but you know what?
He is a pastor.
It's church on New Year's Day.
Are you saying he should phone it in?
Who went to church on New Year's Day? Everybody was hungover.
The hardcore.
Yeah, well, you know what?
What do you mean everybody was hungover? Not everybody that goes to church drinks.
I'm just saying everybody was hungover.
I mean,
on New Year's Day, so.
what kind of church? What is your church background?
Currently on hold?
I mean, your background. What did you grow up in? UCC?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay. And I get it. You people, may partake. I grew up Baptist. Like, we don't recognize each other in the liquor store.
Well, I don't think Isaiah, I don't know what church Isaiah is going to.
I don't either.
But something tells me.
Is he a Scientologist?
Working at a whiskey lounge and being the whiskey pastor, I'm going to assume he's probably not Baptist.
Probably not.
And I don't think he's Scientologist.
You sure?
No.
Oh my God, he's not a Unitarian, is he?
I don't know. But
Holy
anyway,
God.
but yeah, so, we bumped into he left early because he was being a bitch. But then I do want to point out, there was a photo posted to Facebook of him and his lady friend. So I'm wondering if he left because he had to work or he left to better deal us for his lady friend. Just want that out there, Isaiah. And, but anyway. But we had a great time, a lot of people brought food, and we had a wonderful party just hanging out. It was basically a small get-together of some of Broccoli's better customers, and everything. And, we hung out. And then I ended up staying there rather late because I wanted to wait out the drunks and the cops on the road.
I get that. By the way, I'm going back through our shows so I can pull up my top 10 cigars. And I just want to say this. I just hit the March 10th episode.
Okay.
And the headline of this is, Gator asks, is all skin the same skin? By the way, guys, if you missed that one, you should go back and listen.
Anyway.
Because it's not.
Anyway.
I just throw you.
God, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I just want to thank Rob and Lisa and Isaiah for being such gracious hosts and having a wonderful, and Tam. I can't forget about Tam. Having such a wonderful time.
Tam?
Broccoli's sister.
I haven't met Tam.
It's because you've never come out. You've been to the final third once.
I got into a bar fight with cops.
One
and there
time.
was knife play.
And you haven't come back with me. It's been.
I don't know if the statute of limitations is up.
It's been almost a year.
I pulled a knife on 3 cops.
Just
stop. I don't know if I can go to Indiana.
It's been almost a year, Jeff.
Just stop. Hold on. You say just stop like I'm making it up. It really went down that way, didn't it?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But the point is, there's been plenty of opportunity for you to come back with me, and you haven't done it, so I don't want to hear it.
You've gone back a couple of times.
Been plenty of opportunity. No, you never come out there with me, but that's all right. Whatever. So, hopefully you'll make the anniversary party in March. I mean, I don't know. The smoking.
It's my plan.
Smoking ash and tapping butts guys will be out there.
Are they going?
That last I heard, they were providing barbecue for it.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, just saying. I mean, Isaiah got really excited when he heard there was a tapping butts crew coming out. So anyway, speaking of Isaiah,
you're just throwing the pastor under the bus.
As much grief as I'm giving Isaiah, I do want to congratulate Isaiah because we do need to take a moment. The Christmas Carol contest.
Okay,
we had a number of votes in the Christmas Carol contest.
We did,
and I think it's time that we go. Well, we have to.
Are we announcing?
We're announcing our winner. And by a wide margin, Isaiah won the Christmas Carol contest. And so, real quick, just to refresh everyone's memory, I'm going to play Isaiah's Christmas Carol so that you all can get one more listen at the winning carol.
Gator left the podcast in November. We just thought that Nick was done with him. Well, Nick can't fill all dead space with them poop jokes. That's just what Rob and I believe. It all started with My Monthly. And Gervais is the co-host. Smoking in his ice-tint pallet while Gator was stood up like a Band-Aid in the snow. Then there was that single episode where Nick smoked that Aganor sleeve. He was drinking from the Fog King and not knowing how to brew that coffee. Sing with me, Gator left the podcast in November. We just thought that Nick was done with him. Well, Nick can't fill all that space with them poop jokes. That's just what Rob and I believe. Now we're all so proud of Nicky. He's been taking this so well. See him in there getting sponsored, sitting around smoking cigars without his pal. It's not the same without Gator. All the parishioners are so sad, and we can't just help but wonder, is Nick suicidal or just sad? Gator left the podcast in November.
But I really didn't.
We just thought that Nick was done with him. Well, Nick can't fill all that space with them poop jokes. That's just what Rob and I believe. Gator left the podcast in November.
But I didn't leave.
I mean, you kind of did for a little while.
I
Big thanks to
didn't actually
Isaiah.
leave. I never
It was
left.
such a great entry from Isaiah. I'm so,
I just said I couldn't do 2 a month.
but then you couldn't do one. You couldn't do 2 a week, but then you couldn't even do 1 a week. So whatever. I pulled
2
it
a
off.
week. Yeah, I'm sorry,
But
2
whatever.
a week.
Whatever. So anyway, big thanks to Isaiah, and Nick Gervais is going to be in touch with you about your prize pack and everything. Wonderful, wonderful entry. And I would say that the bar has been raised for future Christmas Carol contest entries, given the fact that he put in the background music and everything like that.
Yeah, it went up a notch.
It did go up a notch.
Yeah.
I mean, and look, I get it. Maybe people are self-conscious about their singing. They shouldn't be.
No.
I mean,
Because you know what I don't mind singing? The Villiger.
I'm digging the cigar. It's very, very smooth. My burn line on it's very good. And you know what? Flavor note wise, definite pepper on the retro hail. A lot of spice to the retro hail. By the way, thanks for the fucking commentary during that.
I let mine go out.
But you couldn't even say a single word there.
I'm so not focused today.
I noticed. I'd also like to point out, so coming up here in a little bit, Jeff and I, each year on the first episode of the year, we go back over the cigars that we smoked over the course of the show in the year.
Yes.
And so we're going to be doing our personal top 10s of 2022 of ones that we smoked on the show.
Now, you've probably put in the man hours on this.
Well, see, that's the thing, Jeff, and this is what's kind of irritating about you doing this literally as we're live recording this, is that I took like 5 minutes last night, and I went back and was like, ooh, I like that one, and I put it on my list. And it took me 5 minutes to go back.
I should have done that.
And I even told you, hey, I've been putting the cigars in the title of the episode in parentheses so that you could, very easily remember what it was.
It's true.
Yeah. But anyway.
It's true.
So, okay. Well, so Isaiah, congratulations on the Carol contest. So, I guess with that being said, we have a couple. Should we do the one must go before we jump into?
Why not?
You know what? We're going to go ahead. We're gonna shake this up. We're gonna delay people on our top 10s for just a minute.
We'll give them something to hang on for, something to look forward to.
Exactly. So we'll do this now.
We all need to live united, but one must go. Brought to you by United Cigars, makers of La Giana Havana, Abuelo, Red Anchor, Firecracker, and of course, United Cigars. Distributors of Jose Dominguez, Garofalo, Montosa, and Terra Nova, and the highly acclaimed Atabey, Byron, and Bandolero.
If you're feeling
Buy
fancy.
United, Smoke United, Live United, United Cigars.
Okay, so I'm going to milk the holidays one more time with the one must go.
Okay, but they're over.
They are over, but I'm going to
technically, we're still in the 12 days of Christmas.
I'm going to circle back one more time here.
Technically.
So New Year's Eve snacks, but this is going to be the chippy edition.
Okay.
Because there were a lot of chips at the Final Third Cigar Lounge. And so I'm going to give you 3, and we're going to pick which one goes. We have pretzels. Now,
they're already gone. I don't have to hear the other 2.
What the fuck? They could be really good pretzels.
I mean, if they're soft pretzels with some sort of
what about the
dipping sauce, like a beer cheese?
The honey braid twists,
Yeah.
the sticks. I mean, those are good.
No.
The fuck?
What else you got?
Well, thanks for shitting all over that segment. Fucking Fritos and dip / queso and then Chex Mix.
Yeah, the pretzels. Fuck the pretzels.
Damn, dude.
I love Chex Mix, but here's the thing. I don't eat all the Chex Mix.
Okay, all right.
I only take the...
No, stop for a minute. Listen to me.
Why are you so hostile?
Because you're about to shit on where I'm about to go here. We're going to do an Inception one must go. We're going to dive one level deeper.
The hell?
So in Chex Mix, you have wheat and corn Chex.
Yeah.
You have rye chips.
Yeah.
You have the little breadsticks.
Yeah.
And you have pretzels.
I eat everything but the pretzels.
So the one must go is the pretzels again. Well, that was fucking exciting. Okay. Well, all right.
I ate the checks first.
The sad part is I also was going to say pretzels, but, I mean, like,
Well, how much debate can there be about pretzels? Pretzels
rye
suck.
chips. Rye chips are coming out of the Chex Mix, though.
Why are rye chips coming out?
Rye chips. I avoid
Dude,
the rye
rye
chips.
chips are good.
I avoid the rye chips.
You're wrong. I don't know what there's the dark rye chips and then there's the lighter chips, and those are really good. The little, like, Melba Toast or whatever chips.
Yeah, probably Melba Toast.
Yeah, those are awesome.
But, yeah. So, no, I was...
God, I may need to get some Chex Mix on the way home.
Well,
You have aroused my appetite, my friend.
This was One Must Go.
The One Must Go segment was brought to you by United Cigars. United, we smoke.
God damn. Dude, no show
Why
prep.
would you start with pretzels?
You literally trampled all over that whole segment.
Why didn't you save pretzels till the end? You knew pretzels were going.
But I didn't know pretzels were going because I had
You even said you were getting rid of pretzels.
I was in the comparison to the other two, but in all fairness, I had some really good pretzels at the final third, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, I haven't had pretzels
like
in
a
quite
nice
a while. It's
soft
like
pretzel
this
in a
was
bar.
really good. I actually really enjoyed
With
having the pretzels.
beer
But I mean,
cheese.
whatever.
I mean,
How the fuck do you stop talking when I'm taking a drink? Like, seriously.
I was waiting for you to finish.
No, you're purposely trying to create dead air now. Oh, my God. That's exactly what's going on.
That might have been
here.
how that went
That's
down.
exactly how that... I knew it. The minute you stopped talking, I'm like, he's purposely creating dead air now.
Maybe some... like a hot mustard sauce with the pretzels. You know. I mean...
I don't like mustard.
But
It's got to be the cheese.
The beer cheese?
Yeah, it's got to be the cheese.
I'll tell you, here in St. Louis, okay, we have a brewery called Schlafly.
We also have the Hofbrauhaus that nobody goes to.
Has anyone ever been there?
No.
I don't know if they've ever had a customer. It's like this $17 million development that no one goes to.
Yeah,
because they built it in the middle of nowhere.
This buddy of mine put up a picture of it the other day and made it a meme and said, the world's most expensive White Castle location coming soon.
Yeah, I know. Right?
But anyway, yeah. So no, I mean, that's the thing. We've got places to go for really good, like, pretzels and German food and whatnot, but, nobody is. So
True.
Yeah.
But Schlafly, they have this really good, like soft pretzel with a beer cheese they make with their own beer. Oh my God, it's incredible.
It is.
Yeah, Schlafly, if you're in St. Louis, we don't talk about it a lot. You need to put that on your list of places to go. You'll thank me.
Well, okay. Jeff's doing fucking travel notations.
I'm shilling for Schlafly now.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get to this, too, while we're at it.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Time for 3 cigars we smoked and enjoyed this week. And, boy, I'll tell you what. I've smoked a lot in the last little bit. And
it's been nice out. We've been able to smoke.
I did not keep nearly as much track as I probably should have. So,
you want me to start?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and start?
I even posted. I posted a picture of this guy's to my Instagram. First Instagram in quite a while, actually.
Did.
People were calling me out on that, too. It was like, you posted. Yay.
You should, yeah.
I had a Yagua
on
New Year's Eve.
Well, look at you.
And it was incredible. And I hadn't been able to actually sit out like on the back deck and smoke in quite a while because it's been effing cold here in St. Louis.
It has been.
And it was like 52 degrees.
And you could go support your own brick and mortar.
It was nice. Well, I was able. I mean, I bought it at a brick and mortar. Come on, cut me some slack. But I was able to sit out on the back deck and actually enjoy a cigar, and it was incredible.
It was nice out.
Yeah.
It's been nice out. It's about to. We're gonna pay for it tonight. We're looking at giant thunderstorms and possible risk of tornadoes and shit tonight.
Yeah,
because it's like 60 fucking degrees.
But
on
considering
January 2nd,
not to bring this up again. But on the night the building next to my newspaper burned down and kind of took us out with it.
It's true.
It was negative 28 degrees.
Negative 28.
With the wind chill.
So.
And right now it's 59 here in Columbia, Illinois.
There you go. So my first one is one that I actually smoked in the Ice Tent of Love last night after I got home from Indiana. I fired up the Crook of the Crown Robusto from Stolen Throne Cigars. I picked that up at Broccoli Rob's place. And if there's a place in St. Louis that carries it, I don't know it. So anytime I'm at Broccoli Rob's place, I always pick up the Crook of the Crown. Love that cigar.
I have lounges
great
like that.
Maduro wrapper, and I really enjoy that.
I have
cigar a
lounges
lot.
like that too, where I go there and I know that they're going to have a specific cigar that I want, and I always make a point of getting that.
Well, they
cigar
didn't have
there.
the Toro, so I had to get the Robusto. But whatever.
Oh, you can live with a Robusto.
I
It's
can,
not going
but
to kill you.
why not spend just like a little bit more and get more cigar?
Okay,
That's
fair
what
enough.
I was going for. But whatever.
Now
Rob can't have everything. I guess
well, I mean, how do you stock everything? Think about what the cost on that would be.
I'm not saying he stocked everything.
It's
I mean,
incredible
he had an empty box
how many
of Toros.
cigars are out there.
He had an empty box of Toros.
So they were hot item. He sold out.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, waiting on a new shipment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. So
I had I believe it's the Macanudo. I did the dark rum.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I know we've done that on the show, but I had that actually yesterday for New Year's, and it was such I love that cigar, and it's got like a pipe smoke.
Did you listen to my episode that I did with Dan?
I have not. Again, and it's not. It's
fine.
no diss on you or Dan. I've been a little busy.
I get it. I just
And when I get home at night, I'll be honest.
It's just
I've had to.
It's relevant.
Plug.
It's just relevant.
Did he talk about that cigar?
Nah, that cigar came up in conversation, but I'm just going to let it go.
Were you guys crapping on it?
Nope. I'm just going to let it go from there. I'm just going to let it go from there.
I like it.
Here's your teas, so that maybe you.
Yeah, my tea's right here.
Never mind. Anyway, my next one is the Aladino Classic. I fired that up.
That pun really annoyed you, didn't it?
I fired that up at about 1:45 to midnight on New Year's Eve, and I rang in 2023 with an Aladino Classic, and it was a good time.
A friend of mine, William, that works for me, actually turned on Forrest Gump. And I think if you turn it on, I think he said, and you can verify this online.
There's a certain time you turn it on. And
because when the ball drops, when he's with Lieutenant Dan, and Jenny's trying to jump off of the balcony, when the ball drops, if you turn the movie on at a certain time, it'll be when the ball drops.
Well, if you turn on Ghostbusters 2 at a certain time, that's when all the people outside do the countdown and it sings Auld Lang Syne. And that's when Vigo goes back in the painting and they save the world from Vigo the Carpathian.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you bring that up. And I have to ask, because have you done your second cigar yet? Probably not.
Yeah, the Aladino Classic.
Okay.
Second cigar.
So we're both 2 in. We've got 1 more to go. But I have to bring something up since you triggered this. Dana Barrett, correct?
Yep.
How did she go
Sigourney
from
Weaver.
playing in the symphony to all of a sudden being like an art reconstructionist person? Like,
she was a student. Like she said that she was like, like a newbie and apprentice. They weren't trusting her with like a lot.
Yeah, but did someone steal her oboe? Why did she quit playing?
I don't know. It might have been mentioned in there.
I mean, it makes no sense other than they needed her to be working in an art gallery. You see what I'm getting at?
Dude,
it's a weak pivot point.
I don't know. I'm willing to go with it. I'm willing to accept it.
And by the way,
see, everybody thinks that Oscar the baby was the love child of her and that dude that was sniffing his nose.
I think it is. It's not
thing, from the first movie.
Yeah, It's not the Ghostbusters.
Well, it's not. I would say it's not Peter.
No,
she didn't hook up with Peter and like have a baby or anything.
No, because they say it's not his in the show.
Exactly.
Which I never understood why they.
Or maybe it is, and maybe she just didn't want him to know.
Well, I mean, would you want him to know?
I mean,
yeah.
I'm saying, So I don't know. All right, what's your third one?
Okay. So my third cigar. Give me a second here. I'm going back through the memory banks. I didn't take enough pictures.
I've got a lot, but I don't.
Yeah, I've got a. I know. And actually, Kristen picked on me about it. I did a My Father CT, the Connecticut.
Yes.
And now I did not say this. This was Kristen, but I smoked it driving home after covering a ball game or something the other night. And I guess I didn't have the window cracked enough, and I must have really retained a lot of the smoke. Because I walked in, she's like, "Oh my God, you stink!" And I'm like, "Well, thanks, dear."
Okay.
And so I had to go throw my hoodie out, like on the back deck, to air out. And she goes, "You can't be smoking that cigar again." I said, "I like that cigar," but it was the Connecticut. So apparently,
she doesn't know what she's talking about.
I'd retained too much smoke.
That is a good one.
That's a lot better than the other ones that I might smoke a lot.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
I would say.
But apparently, she did not like the aroma that I had retained.
I'm sorry your ex-wife disagrees with your smoking habits.
Cigar choices.
If only you could do something about that. Anyway, so my
you
life.
live your life, I'll live mine.
Well, I'm living my life.
Which is why you had to edit some of the show out earlier.
I mean,
when I pissed you
know,
off.
seriously, you just keep fucking with me to where I'm gonna light your hand on fire. Speaking of which, man,
but see,
I
can't fuck with me and me not fuck back with you.
I watched
That's kind of our give and take. That's our yin and our yang.
So I watched a dude with his lighter the other night, and it was fucked up. He's got a really nice lighter. I don't remember the name of it, but it's got a touch screen. And the button is on the touch screen. So you tap it, and the flame it's continuous until you tap it again to turn it off.
That could be bad.
He has a sleeve to put this lighter in because otherwise, one day he had it in his pocket, and he lifted it out, and the top was flipped open, and he touched it, and when he got it out, it comes out the top, and the way he grabbed it like this, and he tapped the button, so it right into the palm of his hand. Right at the flame, right in the... Yeah. He burned the shit out of his hand.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, no.
Yeah, that's horrible.
We were talking lighter accidents at the final third the other day.
Did you bring up our buddy Teddy?
I did not bring up Teddy and his ignition.
Yeah.
Well,
then we had another lighter blow up the next year.
I know, on Tony.
Yeah, Big Tony.
That's the problem. In a roundabout... I'm just going to say it. We have a habit now... Or we have not a habit. We have a history now.
I can't believe you're going here.
Of 2 pulpit fests in a row where
a black man has been set on fire?
Where the black man gets set on fire.
God damn.
This is not something I want. This is not a trend that I endorse. No. I want this trend to stop.
But it is a thing.
But in all fairness,
it happened.
They keep doing it to themselves. It's not us lighting them on fire. They keep doing it to themselves. So... What does that say? Anyway,
I don't even know.
My last one
Why are we even talking about it?
My last one is the Rojas Street.
I love both of those guys.
I know they're both super great.
They did catch fire in front of us.
They both did
burst into flames.
They both did light themselves on fire. It's not so much that it's like I'm making a observation. It's just a statement of fact.
It is indeed.
Anyway, Rojas Street Taco Barbacoa. I had that at Rob's place also.
Oh, okay.
And it was really good. And
we did that on the show, did we not?
Maybe.
I thought we did. I think we did.
I think we did.
I think we did. Okay. Well, that's 3 cigars we smoked and enjoyed this week.
That is indeed 3 cigars we smoked and enjoyed this week. But now I think we ought to get into 10 cigars that we smoked and enjoyed on the show.
Okay.
This year. So before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about the Villiger Exclusivo USA 2022.
The Villiger.
It's a nice smoke.
It is. I've been enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit, when I was kind of, doing my show prep at the beginning of the show, I did let it go out twice. And it fired back up like a champ, and I've been enjoying it. Good flavor, too.
It's got some strength on the retrohale.
I haven't done one yet.
You should. It'll clear the sinuses. It's got a little bit of a kick. And that's that Nicaraguan. It's a Nicaraguan Puro. And that's the thing. When you're smoking it, it's I don't want to say it's light. It's maybe a light medium, I would say.
I'm happy with this cigar. That retrohale almost killed me.
But the retrohale, that's
where it's at.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
That is where it's at.
It's, oh my God, it's still hanging on. It's like in the back of the sinuses.
It is. It's a strong. Okay, good. It's not just being.
No.
Okay. All right. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to, how about we do this?
I'd say in no particular order.
Well, I think we ought to. Well, yeah, no particular order, but I think we ought to snake draft it.
What the hell's that even mean?
You'll go first.
Okay.
You'll say 1. Then I'll do 1.
Okay.
I'll do my number 10. You do your number 10. I'll
Why
do my
is
number
it
10.
every year we go through this and never know what we're doing?
Because we never fucking take
Yeah,
notes.
that's true.
And then I'll also do my number 9. Then I'll jump to you for your number 9. And then you'll do your number 8.
I'm not going to lie. I went back through them.
You know what I mean?
And thought, oh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. And then I didn't write any of them down.
God damn it, yeah.
But I did take screenshots.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, do you have any honorable mentions to start with?
Not yet, no.
Okay, I do have 2 honorable mentions.
You want
Should
to
I
get
do
those
now, or should
I'd
I
say
do those?
save those.
Save those to the end?
Yeah.
Okay,
But we're
all right.
going in no particular order. Just 10 cigars. You can do an
you know
order.
what?
I'm doing no order.
You know what? Boy.
I'm not doing an order.
Yeah, I'm going to not go
I'm not
in order.
prepared for order.
I'm not. I'd have to rethink my list here if I'm going to go in an order. So, yeah, I'm going to also say no particular order.
Okay, no particular order.
But,
You want me to start?
Yeah, why don't you start?
Okay, so back on January 3rd.
Oh, God, you had dates. Oh, that's right, because you took screenshots.
Yes.
Okay.
Back on January 3rd, it was our kickoff for 2022, and we smoked the CLE 25th anniversary.
Good cigar.
Good cigar.
Good cigar.
Very good cigar.
Yeah.
Again, that's in my top 10, no particular order.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a very good cigar, and we had a lot of fun on that show, if I remember.
I don't know. I didn't listen
We
to
discussed
shows.
random items, which we do a lot.
We do that a lot.
Yep.
So yeah, I like how your show notes is reading my show notes. So my first one, in no particular order, is the Bricktoberfest Brick House that you and I smoked with Jake from.
If I was going to
JC
have an honorable mention, it would have been that one. I skipped it
Yeah.
because it was a little stronger than what I normally smoke,
Yeah.
so I left it off.
Great cigar.
Okay.
I loved it.
I'm glad you put it on.
Smoked it a few more times since then. Dan, I think, might still have. Boy, guys, if you missed them, I feel like there's still maybe 4 or 5 of them available for sale at Riverman right now.
So hurry up and call.
So, like, yeah, if you're putting in a phone order, you might still be able to pick up a Bricktoberfest
Okay.
if you missed it. And it was a great cigar. It was a really, really good cigar.
Okay. Now, again, this one's a little bit strong for me.
Okay.
But it going through the cigars, I tried to think about the cigars that I remembered us smoking as I looked through them. The ones that stood out to me.
Yeah.
And this one was the Rocky Patel 60.
Okay.
That actually came from the January MMC box.
It did. And, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in here. That is also on my list.
Okay.
I really, there was one Rocky Patel this year that I knew I enjoyed a lot, and I couldn't remember which one it was. I think the ALR also was very, very high on my list too. It didn't make this list. I kind of made a decision like which Rocky am I going to put on.
I did the same thing.
I went with the 60.
I remember this being more to my palate, and I remember that one being a stronger cigar. I could be wrong, but that's...
No, I smoked the ALR with Pinky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
we smoked another Rocky on the show, though, didn't we?
I'm sure we have.
Now I kind of want to look, but I'm not going to.
Yeah,
but
anyway.
No, that's right. You did have.
But no,
one with
the 60 was fantastic, and you know what? I've said it before. You know, Rocky puts out a lot of different cigars. Some of them are not for my palate, but this year he's had a couple that actually hit well. So for me, for what it's worth, the Rocky Patel 60, great cigar.
If I was going in a
also the number one cigar, according to Cigar Aficionado, if you discount the fact that they gave the number one cigar to a Cuban. So
now, if I was going in an order, this one would be top of the list.
Okay.
So we actually smoked the All Saints St. Francis, Colorado with Mickey Pegg.
God damn it.
What a good stick.
I also have that one on my list as well.
Wow.
Fantastic cigar. Good episode, too, by the way.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in that episode.
There's a lot going on.
But yeah, I also had that one on my list as well. Fantastic cigar, great flavor. I remember distinctly being at TPE, and we went over and saw Mickey, and he handed us that cigar, and he said, yeah, this is the new thing I got coming out. And we tried it, and I was like, holy shit, this is a nice game changer, because it's like as much as I really enjoyed the St. Francis and the Dedication, dude, when he came out with the Colorado versions of that, I was just like, dude, you may have another freaking cigar of the year here. You know? Yeah. I mean, it was that good. So,
absolutely.
Fantastic cigar. Man, so I'm already 3 in, and you're 3 in.
Yep.
It's okay. So let's see how many others we have that totally repeat.
Well, getting a little
Yeah, it's getting a little smoky over
here.
Yeah,
a little smoky.
But anyway.
But what I was going to mention, in years past, we haven't doubled up that much.
There's always been at least some, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
I have a feeling we may have done it more this year.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
So what's your next one then?
Wait,
I've done,
it'd be mine, wouldn't it?
I've done
or yours.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, at this point,
Okay.
let's just say fuck it and just
Fair enough.
You go, I'll go. You go, I'll go. Whatever.
The Casada 1974.
We did not double up on that one. I thought about it. I saw it, and I did not choose that one.
That was when you picked on me for trying to light wet leaves on fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That
But
was
we smoked that.
the jankiest bonfire I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, it finally went. It took.
Yeah, after you doused it with lighter fluid, wet leaves, used paper plates, and then you finally moved this gigantic log out of the middle of the fire and started to properly stack the sticks and everything, and then it worked.
The whole point was to properly dry that original log.
You wanted kindling, so you were using wet leaves, when, mind you, you had a Jeep full of newspaper sitting out in the driveway.
It finally worked, didn't it?
Yeah, after like 2 hours of us smoking each other out.
But that Casada 1974 is one of my favorite cigars, and we actually smoked it for Manuel Casada's birthday.
Mm-hmm. Well, my next one on the list is one of my favorite go-tos, and I discovered this cigar this year. It is the JFR Corojo Super Toro, and I think it's like $8 at Dan's place.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a Toro, but it's like 6.5, 7 inches long. I mean, it's a good, long, solid, well constructed, wonderfully tasting cigar that I get a lot of time and enjoyment out of. So yes, the JFR Corojo Super Toro is also on my list for this year.
Okay, so this would be, I believe, my number 5. I think that's where
it's our fifth one, no particular order.
Yes. For me.
Yes.
And it was the Perla Del Mar Maduro. Now, I normally like the Perla Del Mar shade. I'll be honest, there's nothing that J.C. Newman puts out on the Perla Del Mar
I thought about putting that one
I
on
don't
the list,
like.
but I did not.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but I did not. So
yeah, good cigar.
It is a very good cigar. My next one,
we did a lot of Star Trek in that episode too.
Yeah, I think so. You're looking at the show notes again, aren't you?
Maybe.
Yeah. My next one is one that I smoked when Oliver Nouveau was on the show, and I smoked the Yaya Bagua.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
The Yaya Bagua. The Yaya. I smoked the Yaya, and it was such a great cigar. I've only had a couple of them. I picked up a few while I was out at Two Guys in September, and was
that one of your favorite trips?
Yeah, that one.
You had a good time out there, didn't
really,
you?
really high.
Yeah.
And I'm already looking forward to it again this year.
Better than when we shared the bed at Kansas City?
We didn't share the bed.
You tried.
I did not. I most assuredly did not. They were going to give us a king room.
Yeah, we got there.
Before I could even protest, you pounced on it. And no. That was we got the room that we got with 2 queen beds, and that's when you immediately went into the bathroom and broke the toilet, and we had to call the maintenance people in to fix it.
The toilet broke. I didn't break the toilet.
Bullshit.
It wouldn't stop running.
I hadn't even used it. You went straight in, you took a deuce, you broke the toilet, you had to bidet in the shower real quick before the maintenance guys got there. And
I did.
Yeah, no, I remember all this, how this went down.
I flushed it and it wouldn't stop running.
I also distinctly remember that you, as a fucking savage, decided that in the middle of the night you were hot and you took all of your pants off. And then the next morning, thankfully, you woke up before me, and you said, it's a good thing that I woke up before you. Otherwise, you would have seen me laying here at full staff.
I was pitching a tent pretty hard.
Gross. Dude, that's just like...
I was very relaxed.
No, that's a courtesy thing, man. You're sharing a room with another dude. You don't freaking strip down naked.
It was so hot.
So messed up.
And no matter how much I turned the thermostat down, it wouldn't move. I think those thermostats are fake. In those hotels, I think they're there to make you think.
They're at least governed.
Yeah, they're there to make you think you're doing something.
Oh God. Anyway, so my fifth one in no particular order is the Yaya.
Okay, I'm going to give a shout out to a local store for this next one.
Okay.
We smoked cigars from Indio. Is it Indio? It's not Indigo. It's Indio Cigar Company.
I would say this is the one you go to all the time.
Yes. It's Indio Cigar Company in Charleston, Illinois. It's a little shop, but the old boy there that owns it rolls his own sticks.
Yep.
And we smoked a couple of them on the show, and I got to give him credit. I like his cigars.
You do.
I do like his cigars. Every time I go there, I buy usually 10 of them because he's got a 5 or a 10 deal that you can get 5, 10, or 15, I think. He's got like a tiered discount thing.
Yeah.
And I always stock up on his cigars and bring them home. I like his cigars, and I wanted to give him a shout-out on the list.
There you go. My next one is also a cigar I picked up while I was out at Two Guys. And price point-wise, it prevented me from picking up too terribly many of them. But I really did enjoy it, and I would like to get my hands on some more when I can. And it's the Red Anchor from United Cigars. It was the first cigar I smoked when I got to the Salem store.
Barry that wasn't the one Barry. Okay,
Barry gave me a Bandolero in the car. But the first one I picked up and smoked while at the Salem store on Tuesday, and I smoked it while I watched the Ash Holes episode that week, was the Red Anchor. And it was a fantastic cigar. I love it, and I need to get more of those in my life.
Very cool.
Yep.
So next up, I have, in honor of the Villiger that we're smoking now.
Yeah.
We did the Villiger. It was on our 3rd anniversary spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
And we did the new Villiger Miami Lancero. We don't do a lot of Lanceros on the show.
We don't. Because they make my fingers look fat. I agree with Dave. I agree with Dave. They make my fingers look fat.
I think the Lancero sometimes can give you better flavor on the cigar.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
But
they make my fingers look fat.
Look, I have no problem smoking a
with
Lancero.
Dave
I'm a man. I can wear pink. I can smoke a Lancero.
When the hell did you ever wear pink?
I've been known to wear pink.
Anyway.
I'm secure in my manhood.
All right. Next time we do an episode, you need to wear pink.
I don't know if I have anything that fits anymore.
Well, then that's a problem.
I'll look. I'll dig through.
Speaking of Villiger, though, my next one on my list is actually another Villiger cigar. It's one that I encountered for the first time out at TPE in January of 2022, and it's the Villiger La Libertad.
Oh, yeah.
Loved the La Libertad. I smoked every single one of them I had.
It was a little strong for me. And I think I ended up giving you a couple of mine.
You did, and I was very thankful because I got more of them in my hands.
Nothing against those cigars, but I know you like that more than I do, so I wanted to share the wealth there.
Such a good cigar. I really, really enjoyed it.
You were all in for that.
Yeah, I was.
So next up, which I think is going to be my number 9, and this one's a strong cigar for me. Or my number 8. My number 8. This is my number 8.
Okay.
So, our post-Thanksgiving shenanigans show, we did the Aladino Corojo Reserva number 4. Shout out to our studio sponsor.
Great cigar.
JRE Tobacco, Aladino Mobile Studios here at Top Shooters. And, it's a little strong for me, but I really enjoyed it.
Always a good time.
Yeah, we had a really good time. And we talked about a lot of cool stuff, too. We talked about space travel, algebra, and a fake high school for some reason. That's in your show notes. I may have to go back and listen to that one because I don't know what the fake high school is all about.
That was your fucking story.
Well, a fake high school?
It was like a football team that was from like a fake high school or some shit.
Yes.
God.
Yeah. They ended up getting on ESPN. That's right.
That was your bit. Anyway.
Yeah, it dotted, so it didn't go into the football. It just said a fake high school.
So,
that was your bit.
My next one is one that I smoke quite often. Had to determine if I wanted to go with the Sun-Grown or the Maduro. I went with the Sun-Grown, the Perdomo Reserve 10th Anniversary Sun-Grown.
I knew that had to make your list.
That one or the Maduro? Because, man, I go back and forth on those quite a bit. The Maduro won a lot of awards like a couple years back, but the Sun-Grown kind of like slipped just under the radar versus that Maduro, but man, that Sun-Grown is just amazing.
Fair enough.
Yep.
My number 9 is going to be, and I mentioned it earlier in the cigars I smoked this week, it's that M by Macanudo, the dark rum. I like that cigar, and I don't know if it's because it gives off the aroma of pipe tobacco or what it is, but it's such a good stick. And I don't smoke it daily. But it's like a once a week kind of smoke. I throw it in to change it up a little bit.
More than I even do with the flavored infused stuff. But
I like this cigar. Okay. Now I will say I thought I was gonna like. I think it's the there's a whiskey one too. And I thought I would like it, but I don't. It's too heavy.
Yeah.
But that dark rum's perfect for my palate.
Okay. So my ninth one, again, ninth, no particular order, is the Aladino Classic. And you and I smoked that actually a couple times on the show. One time when it was banded, I believe on our 100,000 download party episode, right. Trey brought pre-release unbanded samples of the Aladino Classic for us to smoke. And that was the first time we smoked it. And that caused a little bitterness and contention amongst the guys at the Cigar Authority because Dave and those crew, they hadn't even smoked the Aladino Classic, and you and I smoked it on the show before even we.
Wait, so you're saying we beat them to something?
Oh, we beat them. We beat them like a freaking rented mule.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Nope. Yep.
Take that.
So yeah. Who's the authority now? Anyway.
Oh, they're going to kick our ass.
Oh, yeah. No, we're going to catch it.
And moving right along, my number 10. You ready?
Your number 10 might be my number 10, but we're going to see.
It will not, because we smoked two different cigars. It was Smoker's Choice on this episode.
Whoa! Then you left one hell of a cigar off the list.
I may have. And that may have just been me racing through.
Yeah, maybe. This is why you do prep.
We had a fireside chat on December 2nd. Right here.
Okay.
You, my friend, smoked an Aganorsa Leaf Signature, while I had the timeless Flippin' Prestige.
Okay.
And it's an awesome cigar.
It is an awesome cigar. But you know what's
Barrio
Tego. But you know what's an even more awesome cigar?
What? Wait a minute. What?
My number 10.
Okay, what is your number 10?
The Atabey Ritos.
Oh,
that
God.
I brought back for you and me to smoke.
Yeah.
To recap my trip to New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
I've been avoiding it, but I finally gave it to you. No, we smoked that Atabey.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I mean, I don't. It's a lighter cigar. I don't know if I've had a nicer, more complex, flavorful smoking experience than the Atabey.
Wow, you really liked it.
Byron also is up in there.
Yep.
Like, here's the thing.
Since we've kind of partnered up with United and their group of cigars, we've smoked a lot of good stuff.
Well, I'd like to point out, and this is something that's coming up with, you're seeing a lot of these top 10, whatever the hell lists coming out and everything all over the place. And I'd like to point out that there's been a crime committed in and amongst all these lists. And I was talking to Trey Mack about this on my drive home from Indy yesterday.
Okay.
And he pointed this out, and I 100% agree with him. Nelson Alfonso, who makes the Atabey, the Byron, and the Bandolero, criminally underrepresented on all of these lists.
I'll give you that.
Those cigars, I believe, are probably the best cigars on the market right now.
Okay. So let me ask, why do you think that is?
Why do I think that they're being underrated or underrepresented?
Yes.
I don't know. Because, dude, the manufacturers, they all know Nelson. Like, some of them go to Nelson for help, not just with blending, but packaging and various other things. I mean, Nelson, like, it's not like he's like a nobody in the industry. Like, people know him. So I don't understand. I don't know if maybe it's a thing where maybe the cigar media isn't quite as keyed into him as much as maybe
the rest of the
industry
that
is.
Could be.
And so because of that, they're not giving it. Maybe it's I don't want to say distribution problem, but maybe it's one of those things that maybe those cigars aren't as stocked around the country in shops as much as some of these other more, like a Rocky Patel, for example. Let's be real. Rocky's in way more shops than an Atabey. And so maybe that's part of the issue. I don't know, but
I could see that with a list that's like cigar smoker generated, not a list where they're giving out the cigars and you're trying them and then you're rating them.
And seeing that, but I don't know how much of that's going on. I mean, let's be real. The majority of lists come from, bloggers and, podcasters and whatever else. You do have the Cigar Aficionado list, the Cigar Journal list. You have, various other publications. down the line. I mean, but yeah, I
The
don't
cigar snobs and whatnot.
But
yeah.
I feel like Nelson Alfonso and his cigars just aren't quite getting the love that they need to be getting, and so I'm here to throw the Atabey Ritos. I mean, now granted, Atabey's been around for quite a while.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave pointed out on the Cigar Authority Saturday, I think, that they gave the Atabey the Cigar of the Year back in 2012. So I mean, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But
I haven't got to listen to the Authority yet this week.
But I'll tell you what, the Atabey Ritos was my first time smoking, or was that my first time smoking it? I had one up in Salem, but then that was the first time I actually on the show. I think I've smoked like 3 Atabey in my life now.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So,
What are your honorable mentions?
What it's worth. And I do have 2 honorable mentions. Ones that I had on the list, and then as I went through, I found a couple others, and I was like, I really want to give these a shout out, but I realistically just I bumped them off the top 10, and I had reasons for that. The first one is the Romeo y Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua. Love that cigar. Smoke it all the damn time.
Yep.
But when stacked up against some of these others, I was like, man, I just don't know. So I
Is it an issue because it's a cigar that you know and you like to smoke? Is it availability? Is it price point? What makes you go back to that cigar?
Availability is great. Price point's great. Flavor on it, I mean, it's what it is, and I know what it is, and it's got good spice and flavor to it and everything. I love that cigar. It's a nice, good go-to cigar for me. I just think it's one of those ones that these other ones maybe had something a little bit more that just kind of bumped it just slightly off the top 10 for the year. But at the same time, if we're going smoking by volume, if you're saying if I were to track out what cigar I smoked, throughout the year and how many of them I smoked throughout the year, the Reserva Real Nicaragua is probably easily in the top 10, if not the top 5.
Yeah. And
I mean, I've smoked a lot of those over the course of
as
last
we've
year.
talked about on the show, you're really more of a Nicaraguan guy. I'm more of a Honduran guy.
Yeah.
But, for the most part.
Yeah.
And then throw in the other countries. And, I mean, I do love my Esteli. I will say that. But by and large, I'm more of a fan of the Honduran.
Okay. And then my other honorable mention that I have to mention is one that was in the CRA pack. It was the Padron Black. And the reason that I moved that to the honorable mentions and off the list is availability. It's only available in the CRA pack every year. And so in 2021, I had one of them.
It comes back
in
to our discussion.
2022, I had one of them.
It comes back to our discussion from a podcast or two ago.
Yeah, talking about the top lists and how availability should play a role in it.
Yep, exactly.
It's so exclusive and so limited that I didn't feel right putting it in my personal top 10.
Makes sense.
Even though it is technically top 10 cigars we smoked and enjoyed over the course of the last year on the show, I would say that while, yes, I really did enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's so limited and exclusive, I went ahead and threw it as an honorable mention.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. So that's our list.
There you go.
Now, speaking of lists, guys, as of today, which would be, when this episode drops on Tuesday, we are going to be starting to trickle out the Pulpit Parishioners Top 10 Cigars of 2022. These are listener submitted and listener voted.
Yep. We stayed clean from this.
We stayed clean from this. You and I did not submit any cigars for the list.
And I didn't vote.
And
did you vote?
Did not vote.
Okay.
And but we did receive over 300 votes. Just under 300 votes. I'm sorry, not over. Just under 300 votes.
Okay.
In this. And so and the way we did it is a weighted vote. I worked with Nick Gervais on this. So basically, if let's say you voted for Cigar X in your first place, it got 10 points.
Okay.
If I voted for it in third place, it got 8 points. Okay. And so basically,
you guys made this way difficult.
No. It works. It's a weighted vote because you have to do a weighted vote. You can't just Because otherwise it's like, well, whose list are we picking kind of deal, you know?
Yeah.
So basically, first place got 10 points, second place got 9, third place got 8, down to 10 place got 1 point. And then if you voted 11 through 17, because there were 17 cigars that were submitted.
Okay.
11 through 17, you didn't get any points for those rankings. And so, no, they weren't. There were only 10 spots that you could fill in.
Yeah.
The point is it was a weighted vote. We did all the math. We figured it all out. And the top 10 has been established. So we will be reviewing that list on Friday's show. We'll be going over the entirety of the top 10 on Friday's show. However, if you are a member of the Pulpit Parishioners group, we will start trickling out the winners starting on today, Tuesday, January the 3rd.
Okay.
So on Tuesday, January 3rd, we're going to announce 10, 9, and 8. On Wednesday, we will announce 7, 6, and 5. Thursday, we're going to announce 4 and 3. And then on Friday, we'll announce 2 and 1.
Okay.
And
then on Friday, the episode will come out with
the episode will come out. Everybody can, if you're not a Pulpit Parishioner in the Facebook group on.
And why wouldn't you be?
Well, and that's the thing. If you want to know what these are in advance,
join in.
Join the Pulpit Parishioners group. Get in on the fun. And otherwise, Friday is when we're announcing the list. And then Saturday is when we'll blast out information to all the socials, not just the Facebook Parishioners group, but to Instagram and everything like that. And that way everybody can know what the parishioners chose for their top 10 of 2022. And I will say it is a very, very solid list.
Okay.
You guys did a really good job. And
let me ask you this.
And I 100% agree with number one.
You know the number one cigar.
I know them all. Number one is I don't quite
say it.
I know I can't remember rankings for a lot of them. But I do know the number one cigar. And I like the number one cigar a lot.
Should we try to smoke the number one on that show?
We will be.
Okay. Great minds. Or in this case, our minds.
Will we be?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'd like to do.
You want to save it for the Tuesday?
I'd like to see if I can reach out to the manufacturer of the number one and actually have them come on so that we can smoke it with them and talk about
I actually like
the cigar and then how, they won a listeners group. Because here's the thing. Unlike a lot of other lists where the media is coming in and saying, we smoked these and this is what we liked.
Yeah.
This is literally a top 10.
Not unlike what we just did.
Not unlike what we just did. But we were honest about that. We said this is what we smoked and enjoyed over the show on the last year. This is a list, a top 10 list, ranked, no less. This is a ranked top 10 list from the people, for the people, by the people. Exactly. So
power to the people.
This is an actual listener-generated list.
Okay.
And so, I could make a solid argument that it's one of the better lists because of the fact that this is a true consumer-driven list.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that various things such as distribution maybe play a role in it? Like,
possibly.
Maybe it's a brand that maybe isn't as well known in some parts of the country as other parts of the country. That might play a role for some of these brands.
Okay.
But I will say that this is a very solid list. You guys are going to want to you're going to like it.
What you're saying is you're proud of our listeners.
I am. They
stepped up.
They did a great job.
Thank you, guys.
They did a very good job. I'm proud of it. It's a solid list, and I think everybody's going to be happy with it. So you have that to look forward to on Tuesday.
Giddy up.
No, Friday. This is for Tuesday.
This is Tuesday. That's
Whatever.
Friday.
I don't know.
Well, no, but then possibly with the manufacturer the following Tuesday.
We're going to try.
Yeah. It'd be nice.
There's a lot of quick turnaround to make that happen.
Okay.
But hopefully
we need to get on it.
Well, hopefully at least soon we can get that manufacturer on. I mean, I would like to get that manufacturer on as soon as possible, but hopefully we can get that manufacturer
ASAP
on
as possible.
very, very soon. So anyway, guys, that has been our top cigars for 2022. the Nick and Gator version.
Yeah.
But the parishioner version will be coming to you on Friday.
Awesome.
Yes.
This is a great way to start off the year.
I think so. Well, why don't we go ahead and get this little bit of housekeeping done? This would normally be the time that I give some information about My Monthly Cigars, but I've hired that out this week, so take it away.
My Monthly Cigars is a premium cigar subscription service. It comes in a variety of different size boxes at affordable prices. Use offer code PULPIT and get free shipping on your first box and 20% off any items in the online store at mymonthlycigars.com.
That's offer code PULPIT. Thanks. So guys, head on over to My Monthly Cigars, sign up for the box, use the offer code PULPIT, and
PULPIT.
get that discount on
Don't forget about fucking good coffee.
shipping and the stuff. And yes, exactly. Don't forget about fucking good coffee. Had some over at the Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge.
You had
the
some
other
at my
day.
place when we recorded last.
I did. I've had a lot of fucking good coffee lately.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Well, the good thing now is Rob's still doing the bottomless.
He is.
Yeah.
It's like $2. You get a bottomless mug.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which the day that you kept me there for
It's a good
18
day.
hours, I put a hurting on him.
anyway. It wasn't quite 18 hours. It was not 18 hours.
It was a good solid 14.
Maybe.
You kept me as a prisoner for 14 hours.
Oh,
Now, granted,
I'm
it was at a
sorry that
cigar
Rob's
lounge.
comfortable lounge was such a gilded cage for you. So
It wasn't bad
anyway.
till I got assaulted by the cops.
Anyway,
You were part of that.
I was not part of that. Trey Mack encouraged that. Actually, it was Isaiah. Isaiah was the true culprit there.
Yep.
But whatever. That's neither here nor
Thanks,
there.
Pastor.
Anyway, guys, we're on Instagram at The Cigar Pulpit as well as at Naked Gator, NKKID Gator.
I posted.
He actually posted.
I did.
We're on the Facebook. We're on Facebook, not the Facebook. We're on Facebook.
It used to be the Facebook.
We're on Facebook with
Then that creepy guy from Napster got rid of the.
Cigar Pulpit Parishioners group. You're going to want to get in on the group because that's how you're going to find out what's on the Cigar Pulpit Parishioners Top 10 of 2022 before you hear it on Friday's show. And then also, we're on Twitter where we don't really do a whole much. You can watch this on YouTube. And we do still need your calls for Ask the Boys.
Even though it's monthly.
Area code 863-874-0000. And yes, exactly. It is monthly now. It'll be the last Tuesday of the month. Ish. So, you're going to want to get your calls in. Don't make them like super timely to where you want us to reply to it like immediately because obviously we're doing it once a month now. But this is hopefully a way to
But that was a listener request.
Well, hopefully this is a way to bank up some calls so that we actually have stuff to talk about from the line and don't just hear 100% from Jerry Pulaski all the time. Not that I don't like hearing from Jerry Pulaski, but, it's nice to mix it up and have other people chime in too.
Exactly. Chinaman.
Chime in.
No, that's not the preferred nomenclature.
Chime in.
Oh, I'm like, good God, Nick.
Chime in.
I mean, I know they're on the, not aficionado, the Cigar Journal list. I know there was a Chinese cigar on there, but dear God.
There was.
Yeah, that's not preferred.
The Great Wall.
Yeah.
Number 24.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So, yeah. What are we thinking on the Villiger USA Exclusivo 2022?
Can I sing it one more time?
Whatever.
The Villiger.
I'm down to the final third.
I'm right there with you.
Final third.
I actually
cigar,
smoked so
whiskey
slow at the beginning. We're about the same. I might even be a little behind you.
We're at the final third of the cigar. I feel like the body of the cigar and the spice is ramped up.
I cleared the tube.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody watching on YouTube saw me do that, but I cleared the tube because it was getting a little much for me. I cleared the tube and it went back to just perfect.
I do feel like the spice level on this
Yeah.
has increased.
Yeah.
As,
And like I
we've
said,
gone
clearing
along.
it, and basically what I'm talking about with clearing it, anybody that's not watching, is you basically blow through the tube with your lighter lit, and you basically burn off, I guess, some of that tar and different things that build up in it.
Ashes and whatnot.
And it seems to clear and bring the flavor back to its like neutral point.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No.
Little trick I learned over at Riverman, actually.
I'm digging it. It's a great cigar. I would like to have smoked the 21 that was on the Cigar Journal list, just to see, what if we could get what they were saying, but realistically, I'm totally digging the 22.
I'm happy with it.
Great cigar, and I'm very happy with it.
Yep.
So
it's the Exclusivo USA.
Exclusivo USA 2022.
Yep.
Anyway, well,
I think it's been a show,
I
man.
was say, you got anything else for the good of the cause?
No, I think it's been a hell of a show, though.
All right. Well, guys, make sure you tune in on Friday to find out what's on the Pulpit Parishioners top 10 list.
We didn't even talk about my
2022?
brakes going out at Sonic.
We did not.
We'll save that for the next
I
show.
would say you can save that. So
A little something to look forward to.
anyway, well, guys, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit, first one of 2023. I'm Nick.
I'm Gator.
Everybody stay safe and stay smoky. Yep.
Yep. Yippers.
$38 seconds, by the way.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, this 38 seconds.
It seems longer at times.
Hey, Yeah.
Some sort of spatial distortion.
I don't know. You have that whole weird time distortion
I
thing.
do.
I don't know. But
I don't know if I get abducted. Like, I don't know what happens. Like, I lose hours.
I don't know.
You know that. Like, I'll be driving somewhere, and it'll be an hour and a half drive, and it'll take me 3 hours to get there without stops. Nothing makes sense.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I have figured out some way to bend time is what's happened.
Maybe you just hotbox yourself in your car with your farts so much that you pass out.
Everybody loves their own brand.
I don't know about that.
You don't like your own brand?
I mean, there are moments that even my own brand is enough. It depends on what I had to eat that day. Anyway.
You do like the Mexican.
I do. Yeah, I eat a lot of Mexican. So
I still can't believe you said Chinaman.
I didn't. I said
That's
chime in.
That's not
I said
woke at all.
chime in.
Oh. I did hit the ear wrong.
It was chime in.
Thanks, guys.
Later.